Guys, I want you to meet PJ Kalapa. He is the executive chef here at I Fiori, a restaurant in New York City that is way too nice for us tailgate fans to be hanging out at. And today, PJ is going to help us with the pork. I would imagine that somebody like yourself, who's a Texas A&M grad, you grew up in the SEC, so you probably majored in flavor and minored in partying at school, right?
It might have been the other way around.
Maybe the other way around.
We like to do a quick brine on the pork chop.
Quick brine.
I'm not talking about 3 days. I'm not talking. This is literally a couple hours before the game. Nothing too crazy. So you take your favorite cola, and then literally just equal parts of a nice dark brown sugar and salt. The salt will obviously sort of keep the meat nice and moist, and the sugar will help it caramelize. Just brine them like that, throw them back in the fridge, throw them in your cooler.
Great tailgating tip. Make sure your Ziploc is nice and tight because you don't want your brine leaking on your Jell-O shots or your 12 and 16 ounce cans of Saturday afternoon light, you know what I mean?
Next step is we're gonna make a homemade barbecue sauce. Super simple. You can make it the night before at home. You can make it at the tailgate. All you need is a saucepan and a burner.
Let's get saucy.
So we start with just a touch of butter. We're gonna sweat some onion and garlic.
And we don't want those onions and garlic to think that it's not game day and they don't have to work for it. We want to make them sweat.
We're gonna make them sweat.
That smell, the garlic and the onions and the butter.
Come on.
Oh, it's so good. There are a few things better. I would wear that as a cologne.
You're gonna have a line outside your tailgate when you get that. So once your onion and your garlic have sweat a little, we deglaze with a little sherry vinegar. So we want to add some acidity.
Now, if somebody doesn't have sherry vinegar or access to it, could they use
apple cider? I would go with a more neutral apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Then we add our cola. We're gonna reduce that down. Add a little bit of that same dark brown sugar, and then a little bit of honey.
Oh, honey.
We're gonna add a little bit of ketchup.
If you cut America, do we not bleed ketchup?
Exactly. And then a nice big heaping spoonful of Dijon mustard.
To increase the flavor of the homemade barbecue sauce, you've reduced it down.
Right.
And now it's time to add the final herbs, yeah?
Yeah, a little fresh coriander, and then just some cracked black pepper.
We're long past Tabasco now. Everyone's all about the sriracha, right?
Right.
Sriracha's in everything.
Sriracha takeover.
I know, I have sriracha toothpaste at home. To the grill, my good man.
Let's go. The brine was nice and seasoned, so we're gonna go really, really minimal with a little bit of kosher salt, but that's it. And especially since we're gonna glaze them later. My dad always taught me 6 inches above the grill for 3 seconds. If you can hold your hand for 3 seconds, then you're good to go.
2, 3, that's enough. Yep, let's do it.
You're there.
In my nose right now, it is Saturday, 2 hours and 15 minutes before kickoff. Flip them and rip them.
We're gonna start glazing it, and we're gonna start letting the internal temperature get to where we want it to be.
You don't want to put your barbecue sauce on in the beginning because if you do, you're gonna scorch it and lose all that flavor.
Exactly. You'll have raw meat and burnt sauce.
Sounds like the name of a bad morning radio show.
Right? And this is where we're gonna start applying that beautiful sauce that we've made.
Nothing that we've done so far is too complex, yet it's gonna have this tremendous gourmet flavor.
100%.
When the pork comes off the grill, generally you want it to rest.
7 to 10, you're in great shape. We'll give it one final Picasso.
Feel free to go full Jackson Pollock if you want to.
Jackson
Just
Pollock.
start spraying that sauce.
And we'll head to the cutting board.
I just want you to know how excited I am about you. That might be the best cooked pork chop I've ever seen.
Voila.
I just want to know how soon I can get to know.
Now. Now.
Get to know this pork. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. No fork required, no teeth required.
Right? That's a tender pork chop.
And there you have it, guys. It's that easy. Now, if you guys want the recipe, head on over to tailgatefan.com. I guarantee you, your pork chop and your game day may never taste the same way again. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, gig 'em.